I paid $2,500 for a live-in housekeeper to look after my cat and house while I was away. The night I returned, dragging 2 suitcases, I typed the temporary password I'd set for Maggie 3 times. The screen flashed red. Incorrect. Suddenly, a man's voice came from inside. Who is it? Annoying. Stop pressing the button, my kid's sleeping. I froze. This was my home. I rang the doorbell. The door opened a crack. A man in his 30s peered out, wearing my gray slippers. Who are you looking for? I stared at his feet. I think that's my question. He frowned. Who are you? I'm the owner of this apartment. His expression stiffened. He turned and yelled, Mom, the landlord's back. Landlord? My blood boiled. The door swung open. A little boy was watching cartoons on my tablet. Takeout boxes and children's clothes were scattered everywhere. On my white carpet, there was a dark brown food stain. In the kitchen, a woman emerged holding an enamel pot I'd paid over for $504. Then, Maggie walked out of the master bedroom, wearing my silk robe I'd stored deep inside my closet. Miss Vance, what are you doing back today? She asked naturally. It's my own home. Can I come back? I replied. She smiled awkwardly. Didn't you say you'd be back on the 2nd? I changed my flight. I pointed at the strangers. Who are they? The man said. I'm her son. The woman chimed in. I'm her daughter-in-law. I let out a laugh. So I paid $2,500 for a housekeeper and came back to find your whole family living in my house? Maggie's face darkened. An old woman like me gets scared. I had my family come keep me company. What's wrong with that? I stepped further inside. The son blocked the doorway. Hey, the kid just fell asleep. I stared at him. Move. Maggie intervened. Carter, don't argue. Miss Vance, let's talk tomorrow. I'll talk now. I showed her the contract. It clearly states no outsiders are allowed overnight, the master bedroom is off limits, and you cannot touch my belongings. Maggie tied the robe's tie. My clothes were wet. What's wrong with borrowing one? The daughter-in-law scoffed. Your house is empty anyway. What's the harm in staying for a few days? You're using my kitchen, sleeping in my room, wearing my clothes, and asking me a few days. Carter sneered. My mom's been working her butt off, and you come back and give us a hard time? That's when I remembered my cat. Where's my cat? Maggie's eyes darted away. On the balcony, I pushed past Carter. In the corner, my cat was curled up, its fur matted. The water bowl was empty. The litter box was overflowing. It looked up at me, its voice barely a meow. I couldn't hold back my fury. All of you, get out of my house. Now, Carter scoffed. Where are we supposed to go? My mom's contract isn't over yet. The contract is for her to work, not for me to hand my house over to your family. Maggie suddenly sat on the sofa, slapping her thigh. These young women today, they turn on you in an instant. Now she's kicking us out. I called the agency and property management. Soon, Mr. Anderson from the agency arrived with Mr. Brown. Anderson saw the group and forced a smile. Miss Vance, there must be some misunderstanding. I pointed at the slippers, the bedroom, and the balcony. A misunderstanding so deep they're sleeping in my bed and my cat is starving. Maggie stood up. I was scared living here alone.